gentlemen, it's the last Friday of the month, and it's the last DG special! Tonight we've got Steph Tolam. Mike Rita's here. Hodo Hersey's gonna tell some jokes. Brian O'Goran's in the house. New Orleans. Music connects by Will Whitwell. And we've got a special surprise guest. Videos tonight are by Henry Sansom and Dan Tamizian. I'm Josh Mickelman, that's DJ Wetzel. And for the last time, your host, Dan
Gideon. Hugs all around. Happy holiday. Did you all get back from your family times? Is everyone back for good now? You're all alive? You're still one piece, not angry? Just a little bit angry? My one uncle got everyone in the family Jordan Peterson books. That was the beginning to my Secret Santa. It was bad, guys. It was really bad. It was a really interesting time. You guys don't need to hear about it. You had your own interesting times. This is the last DG special we're doing here. We've been doing it for over a year now. Just a little background information. We used to do this in my living room, in my my junior one-bedroom apartment. And we would broadcast it live on Facebook. And then we started doing it here. It's been a year, and now we're done. So it didn't go great, but it was cool. It was cool for a bit, and now we're done. So that's fun. You know, this is like one of the only places that kind of fires you and then gives you drink tickets and a wireless mic. But I'm not going to do anything. I like this place. And I wanted to actually take the time at the beginning of the show to thank all the people at the Rec Room who put their time and effort in to making the show work. And the people that didn't try, well, that's fine. And then I also want to thank my people that have made the show what it is as well. Dan Tamizian did all the videos this year, and we're going to see a bunch of them today. And Josh Finkelman has been our announcer. He was on the other show too. So big times, that's what you're in for. It's a bit of a variety show, a lot of stand-up, a little bit of music. Are you guys ready for that little bit of music? All right, I need you guys to give this guy a big warm welcome. His name's Will Whitwell. Will Whitwell, everybody.
Okay. park where you're sleeping in late. No, I won't be your fate. I hear your voice coming through the floor to burn the truth and set the score. Ghosted inside these walls, you haunt my dreams, haunt my past. Remind me why it didn't last. Leaving, love is all. Well, now you're somewhere frozen in the snow, and you're wounded from the wild letting go. You're hunted by those wicked wolves, you know, starving strangers in your way. No, I won't be your fate. Thank you. I'm going to close with an AC/DC cover. Thank you, Dan, for having me. And
you're welcome.
Many of the, wow, impressive. And I'm a fan of many of the, actually all of the comedians in this show. So you guys are in for something special. The DG special. Okay. Look out, baby, I'm running high. Take a chance with me, give it a try. Ain't no woman in the world I know, 'cause I ain't looking for overflow. Ooh, baby, I ain't got much resistance to your touch. Take off your high heels, let down your hair. Paradise ain't far from here. I'm gonna walk all over you, walk all over you, walk all over you, walk all over you. Reflections on the bedroom walls, rise and fall, see it all. rise and fall just like the sea. You look so good under me. Ooh, baby, I ain't got much resistance to your touch. Take off your high heels, let down your hair. Paradise ain't far from here. I'm gonna walk all over you, walk all over you, walk all over you, walk all over you. Thanks very much.
Keep it going for Will Whittam. Will, tell me, am I saying your name? Am I butchering your last name?
I think that's correct if it's the British pronunciation.
Is it Whitwam?
Whitwam, yes.
Okay, because you never say your friends' last names that much. You know what I mean? Like, I always call him Will or Bud. Never have to be like, hey, Whitwam. Just never happens. So I didn't know if I was saying his name right, and I've known him for 15 years. So I was saying earlier that we used to do the show out of my apartment, and I live in this weird like building over at Bloor and Dovercourt, and it's like 3 buildings, and it's the only big apartment buildings in the neighborhood, and in the middle of them is just like a direct line to the Antarctic. Like for some reason, anytime you're in the middle of those buildings, it's freezing cold, and it's like a tornado just left. Like it's crazy. It's got its own time zone. It's got its own weather system. Super nuts. And it's a super weird building. Like, do you guys ever go home and you smell chicken, but you never made any chicken? I'm starting to think I have a poultrygeist, but I'm not sure. Oh, that was weird. Sounded like someone's phone went off, but it was definitely from a video that's coming up. So yeah, like I live in this building and they put up all these signs all the time. And like one of the signs was like, always go and practice the fire alarm safety maneuvers, like going outside and stuff when the fire alarm goes off, because practice makes perfect. That's what the sign says. And it's been the sign for 5 years and they've never corrected it. Practice never made perfect. It only made prefect for them forever. And they have another sign that says, we had a flood on the first floor, so please refrain from flushing sanitary napkins, paper towels, tampons, and rug. And then someone on my floor wrote in condoms. So I have so many questions. First of all, someone on my floor is flushing so many condoms that they were like, oh, they forgot about all the condoms I'm flushing. Probably went home to get a pen and wrote in condoms. That's the first thing. Secondly, someone in my building is flushing so much rug that it beat condoms. Like there's more rug being flushed down the toilet in my apartment than condoms. That's super, super weird. And I want to know how that started, you know? Like it must be like some habit that built. Like it was like, so much rug in here. I'm gonna flush a little bit down the toilet. Just a little bit. It's not gonna hurt anybody. And then they did it and they were like, I'm not gonna be able to stop doing this. I'm gonna be flushing rug for 5 years. Anyway, so that's one thing. And then another crazy thing is there's like, you know, when you live in a building, do any of you guys live in an apartment building? Well, let me tell you about it. You see the same people all the time, but you never really meet them. So it's like you're nodding at people, just kind of like, hey, how's it going? But you're never actually saying hi. It never happens. This one time, there's this guy with a pug that lives in my building. We always nod at each other. It's been 5 years of nods. I'm happy with it, you know? We both exit the garage together, and we're waiting for the elevator, and I can just tell that this is the day he's going to talk to me. Because he's like looking at me too much, you know what I mean? And then finally he's like, hey, how's it going? And I was like, good, how are you? And he's like, not bad, not bad. You hear about what happened to these elevators yesterday? And I was like, no, what happened? He's like, all of them covered in shit, human shit. That's the first thing this guy ever says to me. And I'm like, oh, that's disgusting, man. Gross. And he's like, yeah, you think that's gross? I was with my dog, and when we walked into the elevator, my dog started eating the shit. This is his break the ice conversation, okay? I'm like, oh, that's even grosser. You're right. Gross. And then he goes, you think that's gross? I puked on my dog. So this guy walked into an elevator filled with human shit. His dog ate it. He puked on his pug's head. And now what? We're supposed to be friends? He's forever this weird guy that puked on his shit-eating dog, you know? I would have rathered the nods, is what I'm saying. We got a fun show for you today. That's just a little bit about me. I'm friends with a guy that pukes on a shit-eating dog. I have a really good friend in from LA. She's going to co-host the show with me. Give it up for Inessa Frantowski. There she is. Take a mic. Guys, this is Inessa. Say hi.
I'm trying to get the party started, so I figured like at a wedding, somebody does a deep knee bend if they want to really get the party going.
Oh, she's right about that.
Oh boy, there we are. Yeah,
I never know what to do when people do the deep knee bend around me. I'm always just standing there, and then someone's like,
"Well, yeah."
I just do this. I take a sip of my Ryan Coke.
Wow. No, you're supposed to. I think you're supposed to go get low with them.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
My back.
Knees.
I have a bad back.
Yeah. There you go. So. There you go. That's how you let people know at a wedding that you're still kicking. Yeah, you go, oh, who are the single ones that are bending? Yeah, there we are.
Anyone that bends.
Yeah, that's what I go for, people who bend.
I can't bend anymore. In the morning, I literally wake up and I'm like this. I walk around my house like this.
Oh, Dan. Oh, boy. But you know what, honestly, but pretty fast though, huh?
Hunchback of Notre Dame styles. Right there. Every morning.
Oh, gosh.
Are you a party animal?
I mean, I can be. I used to be much more. I don't know. I pointed to my lens like that.
She's like, look at these. You can't tell?
Missed my nose. Okay.
Well, I was just like, have you been to like a party that like devastated you ever?
Well, actually, this just happened. Okay, has this ever happened to you? So you know, like the holidays are stressful, and if your family's like mine, they're annoying.
Wow, that was pretty annoying.
Be saying annoying was annoying? No. Yeah, okay. So anyways, like, you know, my mom's like just wants to clean on Boxing Day, not do anything fun. So have you ever like gone to somebody else's family party and then their family is worse than your family?
Nope.
That's what happened to me. So I thought, I was like, this family's no fun. All we do is clean. So I thought I'll go to my friend's house, to her family. And she says, oh, we're getting drunk and having a party here. Come on over. I go over. Actually, her mom and dad were quietly sitting tea, and just my friend was hammered alone in her living room.
She wouldn't stop talking about climate change.
Oh, yeah, she wouldn't stop talking about climate change. And I went, how do you pivot when someone won't stop talking about end times? Anyways, get ready. She will talk to you about the bunker she's planning and how she's going to shoot everybody in the eyeballs that tries to steal her family's water. It was a true nightmare.
That sounds like a fun time.
Well, you know what? Listen, I said, I went, you know what? I did leave there because I do live in Los Angeles. So I said, you know what the takeaway is? I went home and I got myself a bit of an emergency earthquake kit.
Oh, yeah. It worked.
Yeah. I was like, okay, yes, you know what? Nothing. It
can never be too safe.
You can never be too safe.
So Inessa's going to come back. She's going to help me host the show. Is that cool?
Yes, I will come back. Yes.
Okay, cool. But I've always wanted to be part of like a party that like almost ruins my life. Something like maybe this.
All right.
Kyle, can you play that video of that party that ruins your life?
Hello? Hello? Yes, sir. Yes. I am so sorry. I know. It was a huge presentation. I apologize. No, if you just give me like... Sir, please. I understand. Okay. Okay, yes. Goodbye.
Yo, man. You alright? Are you kind of like mad about that guacamole in your bathroom or whatever, or what's your deal, dude?
No. I actually just found that I lost my job.
Just found out you lost your job. That means welcome to your new job, joining us to party till the end of time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I'm in the mood. I mean, I just lost my job. That's my career.
Oh, come on. Somebody's so comfy. Can't be so sad. Can't be so sad. I mean, put your tits in it. Put your tits in it.
Come on, man. Let's cheer it up. Man, we want to keep this party train rolling.
Oh, yeah. I love this song, you know? Man, it just reminds me how much I love music, you know?
Cool. I love music too.
Shut up! I do! Really?
Tell you, my go-to move at parties is hang out near some chips.
That's so cool. I love tips.
Hey, who are you people? Get the hell out of my house!
Here.
Stop shushing! You! Stop it! Stop shushing! I don't know you people! It's 4 a.m. Get the hell out of my house!
I got this, guys. Hello, Mr. Hank. Can I call you Hank?
What? No! Don't! My name's Kyle, okay? Listen, just please spare me the bullshit and get the hell out of my house.
Oh, are you really upset about all the sour cream in the washroom?
What?
Yeah. Oh,
No, there's something. Is there sour cream in the washroom or not?
Honestly, we do not know you. We came to your house to have a party. And the way you're reacting to us is by asking stupid questions?
Yes! I'm shocked that you guys are surprised by this. I woke up to a bunch of strangers having a party at my house. I have to wake up for my job. Who are you people?
Do you want to get to know me, Hank?
No! I don't want to get to know her. She's covered in chips and popcorn. Help her!
Hey, I got an idea. Hear me out. If you can beat Old Pete in a chugging contest, then we'll leave you alone.
I'm not having a chugging contest with old Pete at 4 a.m., okay? Just get out of my house. I don't know you people. Cool? We're good? Chug. No, stop saying that. No. I'm doing it. Don't touch me. Hello? No. Hello? No. Hello? Sir. What? What time is it? I'm on my way. I'll be there in like 15 minutes. Yeah, I just had an accidental party last night. No. That's not. Hello? Sir? Sir?
Hello, I'm right here. You don't need no phone, brother. I want a little hair of the coffee. Start the day off.
Yeah, help yourself.
Don't mind if I do, brother.
There you go.
Oh.
You want to house party with us right now?
I don't think I should be house partying right now. I just lost my job.
How do you think we all can party all day? We lost our job too! Just put this on your fucking tits, bro, and party!
I lost my job yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't really have anything else to do, so where to?
You got a neighbor?
Yeah, why?
This is your conductor speaking. All aboard for the party train.
Let's keep this party train going, everybody. Are you ready to start the show? All right. When I say this guy's name, I want you guys to go crazy. Give it up for Brian O'Gorman!
Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it, huh? Give it up for this show, right? This is a good place for a show, in theory. In theory, this was a great place. Hey, Dan, you're not doing any more shows here, right?
No.
So I can kind of go to town, or what?
I'm hosting New Year's here.
Okay, I'll be nice. Come New Year's, guys. Make sure you come New Year's. I've been traveling a lot in Canada, right? You guys know. You heard of Canada? It's a good place. I went out west recently. Ever been there? BC. Beautiful, beautiful. You ever seen the flag for BC? Big fucking sunshine. Then you go to Vancouver, rains 1,000 days a year, right? Bit of false advertising. I think they need to change the flag, right? I'm thinking instead of a sunshine, they should put a rain cloud raining on a dirty syringe, right? And then like a yoga mom in a Ferrari throwing an empty Starbucks cup at a homeless guy next to a for sale sign in Cantonese. Yeah? The country, not the people. Not trying to start a rally. How are you guys, all right? How about the other flags we have? All of our Canadian provincial flags are embarrassing, I think. You ever seen American state flags? They're awe-inspiring, you know? It's always like a fucking star exploding or a missile wrapped in a snake or something like that. Ours are always embarrassing. It's always like a buffalo looking confused in the middle of a field or some shit, you know? Alberta could use a new flag. I'm thinking maybe just a cowboy yelling at a Koran going, "What are you?" Something like this, you know? Ontario, we could use a new flag. Maybe just a big fucking hydro bill, you know? As far as the eye can see. This is nice. We've got 4 tables of people interested, 5 tables of people looking at me like they're gonna fucking shank me after this show. It's a good time. Lots of ghosts in the front row. That happens a lot for me. You guys are probably looking around wondering, how the fuck do they afford all these chairs? Well, sometimes they're full, I would imagine. I'm with the band. Anybody else with the band? Okay. I'm just glad I got a wristband to go play video games, you know what I mean? Otherwise, this would be a total defeat. But as far as I'm concerned right now, I'm positive, and I will do fucking stand up to this post is for 10 minutes if it gets me that wristband. So you can all go leave right now if you have to. Because this post is gonna fucking get it for 7 more minutes. I'll abandon that flag bit because, as we've seen, you're not a fan of that. I feel bad, you know, I was like, people get mad at comedians sometimes for telling people the truth these days. It's a weird thing. People get mad at the truth, you know, when people tell them. It's a bizarre thing, right? They get mad at people that tell them, but they won't get mad at the thing that caused them to say it. Like, we could tell you jokes about, like, murderers or something, and you'll get mad at us, but not the actual murderers, you know, because you'd probably get murdered, you know? But, you know, it's a weird thing. People get mad at us. We're just reflecting the things that happen around us, right? Happens all the time to those rapper kids. I feel bad for the rapper kids, you know? These kids grow up in these cesspools of violence and sex and drugs, and then people have the fucking audacity to say, well, all they talk about is violence and sex and drugs. Like, yeah, that's because that's what they've seen their whole life. Maybe if you change that, they'll start rapping about mutual funds and PhD theses and shit like that, right? Getting mad at an artist for telling you the truth is like getting mad at a mirror because you have cum on your face, you know? The mirror didn't put it there. You went to that rave in Mississauga, right? 4 fans now, 6 people still trying to kill me. That's okay. We're slowly getting there. Yeah, man, it's been fun here. Weird year for a lot of people. I try to be a gentleman more lately, you know, you gotta be. Some rough things happening for the ladies. I try to be a gentleman as much as I can these days, a genteel man, if you will. For example, I'm such a gentleman. If I go to a lady's house and I have to go to the washroom, I will put my whole penis in the toilet water so she can't hear me pee. Yeah. You're welcome, ladies. You're welcome to the future of chivalry. I'm such a genteel man, if I go to that same toilet and there's even the tiniest bit of poop on the inside of the porcelain, I'll use all my pee trying to pee it off so the next person doesn't have to see it. Couple gentlemen in the front row, right? Good to have you guys here. This is nice. It's like we're in a rich guy's basement where he never goes in, you know? This is where he has his this is my man cave, but really his whole house is a huge man cave. I feel like I'm in like Bezos' basement right now. Jeff Bezos, Amazon, good to be here. You guys ever do a drug? Let's relate. All right, one comedian on a drug right now. Anybody ever do a drug? Great interaction, guys. We're really coming together as an audience right now. It's a good time. You know, sometimes I'll do a drug, you know, and then I go out into the world, I meet someone on a different drug, and our drugs don't jive well. Does that ever happen to you? It's happening to me right now. Sometimes I'll smoke a joint, right? Surprise! And then I'll smoke a joint, and then I go out into the world, and I'll meet someone on cocaine, and I'm like, oh, fuck no, not right now, not right now. Because I'm on weed, you're on coke, we're in two different fucking worlds, man. Like, we can't be friends for at least a half an hour, you know? We want very different things out of this night. Like, I really want to eat. You fucking hate eating, right? I just want to find a dog, any dog, first dog I can find. I'm going to pet the fuck out of that dog for 3 hours straight. I'm going to take his soft puppy ears, I'm going to rub it all over my stone face, you know? You want to sell my dog for more blow, you know? We have different ambitions for the life of said puppy over here. Because when you're smoking a joint, it's nice, right? It's calming, it's relaxing. Sort of feels like you're paddling a canoe down a very calm river. Huh? Then you meet someone on cocaine, it's like somebody dropped a lion in your canoe and it really wants to start a business right now. You know, wow, you want to start a business? I got a truck, let's start a business tonight. You're like, I can't, your nose is bleeding, you're a lion, we'll never get a loan like this. We're fucked in this market, you know? Having said that, you ever been on cocaine and had to deal with someone on weed? Finish your sentence already, hippie. I got apartments to rearrange. Hey, can't be worrying about your ideas about how SpongeBob has a messiah complex all night, which he does, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here for the cha-cha. This is the best show I've ever done. You guys actually are really cool. This is, you know, we're spread out, aren't we? Yeah, it's weird. It's like we're trying to start a revolution, but it's just getting going, you know? We're just getting this Russia thing off the ground. Oh, my credit card. It's not worth anything, but I'm going to pick it up. All right. Well, you guys, lovely people. Did you enjoy your country? Did you enjoy your prime minister? Juice Tan Bruno, do you like him? Sexy. People want to fuck him. We know that. We don't know anything else, but we know that. We know people want to do them. Is anyone else weirded out how by the government wants us to fuck the leader? Is anybody else creeped out by that? They introduce him like a man stripper. They're like, say hello to Juice Tan, everybody. You're like, oh, yeah, like I want him to balance the budget. I don't want him to finger my mom. What is this, you know? I like him, though. I voted for him, you know. Don't always trust him, though, because he's a politician and he's a French guy in charge of a party, and that's how people get their butts touched when they fall asleep, right? It's true, though. Sometimes he does things that are kind of on both sides, you know? So I have a hard time trusting him. Like one time he was in the front of the Pride Parade, which I was very proud of. I thought it was amazing that our Prime Minister was at the front of the Pride Parade. But then 2 weeks later, he allows a bill of sale of $15 billion worth of armored vehicles to go to Saudi Arabia. If you don't know what the punishment is for being gay in Saudi Arabia, it's fucking death. They find out you are on RuPaul's Drag Race, you are done in Saudi Arabia, my friend. So, sorry, Juice Tan, you can't have it both ways, mon frere, right? You can't be getting your dick sucked on Church Street one day and then selling tanks to the Sultan of Nogazistan the next day. You know what I mean? We have to have some continuity here. I know, people don't like to hear that. Like, don't say that. I jerk off to him. I know. Everyone wants to eat sausages. No one wants to know how they get made. It's just the way the world works, right? Thinkers, good to be here. You fire off a cannon when I'm done, or what happens? I'll just keep going until you stop me. You let me know, though. You guys, I enjoy actually, I'd like to talk about this actually. I'd like to say that as divided as politics are right now, especially in the States with everything, I think it's nice to think about the future, be positive, look at the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, for example, Donald Trump right now, not the funnest situation, but who is going to be the next president? Huh? Anybody got any ideas? Can we give any suggestions to the Americans? Again, the interaction is fantastic. I like Michelle Obama, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't like throwing her name around, but I'll give you this. Think about this. That lady is a Harvard lawyer, spent 8 years inside the White House, might have picked up a thing or two, you know what I mean? Also, she's a badass. I saw her in an interview one time, and she was getting interviewed by one of those Fox News ladies, with the giant Mormon teeth, like, welcome to Fox News! With the giant, 2/3 teeth, 1/3 blonde ponytail and bad ideas. You've seen those creatures. Anyway, so one of these monsters is interviewing beautiful Michelle Obama, and they're asking her about what it's like to have lived in the White House. She goes, so Michelle, how do you like living in the White House? Huh? And Michelle Obama looked at her very seriously and said, every day I wake up in a house built by slaves. And the reporter said, oh my God, because her career was over, right? But it was amazing. But it's an amazing thing to say on Fox News, right? That the White House was built by slaves. It's a true thing, too. That takes some balls to say on Fox fucking News. But I am glad that the Americans waited for Michelle Obama to be the first lady to make that particular statement, right? Like, you wouldn't want to turn on the TV in 2007 and hear Laura Bush say that shit. Like, every day I wake up in a house built by slaves. You're like, oh God, no, the revolution is coming tonight. Call our black friends. Tell them we love them. We're not dying in a race war. It's a good time. Hey, you guys have been sweet. I'll see you out at the fucking horror VR games. Look me up on the internet. I'm Justin Bieber. Have a great night.
Yay! Give it up for Brian O'Gorman, everyone! Yay! My gentle, loving crowd. Listen, I know audience participation isn't always easy, but I am going to ask you for this one bit of help because I do live in Los Angeles. Can you guys tell me, I need you to shout it out, okay? Tell me when I've been staring at a celebrity for too long, okay? Here we go. I need you to shout it out. Now! All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, I have been known to have staring problems. It was how I was bullied as a child. People go, staring problems? Do you guys remember this as like a big thing? No? No? Okay, anyway. Staring problems, that's me. And so my friend called me out recently because I'm single and so she was like, did you see the way you checked that person out? And I was like, no. So this is how I think I look when I'm checking someone out. And this is the impression she did of me of what I actually did. Very big difference. So apparently a lot of face, a lot of movement in the face. Very obvious. Definitely making a lot of people uncomfortable out there. Before I bring up our next act, I want to just talk about a couple more things very quickly here. And not to get too serious, but you know what? You seem like a serious crowd. So I just want to say that I think that, I know we talked about it a lot, but I really do think that consent is really important. Do you guys agree? Yeah, especially when you add someone to your plus-sized clothing swap Facebook group. Please don't do this without asking for someone's consent. I don't want to be in your group. Yes, I've gained 30 pounds. Yes, I ate a slice of cake every day for 90 days. Yes, I wear nothing but tunics these days, but please don't invite me to your clothing swap. I don't want it. My boobs right now, they're 40% armpit fat. I'm just like I scoop as needed. You can dress them up, dress them down. But I don't really care that much because I feel like everybody's always trying to lose weight their entire lives, but really, it never makes a difference. Everybody's always trying to lose 10 pounds. And I personally think that human beings aren't even that attractive. In fact, everybody goes, everybody's beautiful. Everybody's beautiful. I think that the opposite. I think everybody's gross. I think all human beings are gross. Of the animal kingdom, we're the worst. We don't have any hair. We're very lanky. What are these? What are these for? Who knows? We got all kinds of things going on. So for me, I go, hey, why am I going to worry about 10 pounds? I'm never gonna look as good as a zebra. Every zebra on the planet looks better than me, no matter what I do, so who cares? And here's a couple of hot tips for you. I have a couple bits of advice I want to leave you with. One of the things I kind of believe that I don't really judge people because, I don't really know where anyone was born, how they were raised, what they were given, so I don't like to judge people. So this is my new tip now. Instead of getting angry at someone and shouting, I really should have given you this before the holidays and raising your voice. I think instead of raising your voice, you can just use a different voice. So if somebody pisses you off, instead of shouting at them, this is what I do. I just go, I don't think so. And guess what? They know something's up. They don't know what. It's definitely different than how I usually talk, but it's a great indicator that something abnormal is going on. And if that doesn't work, you can always use a gesture, okay? So if somebody pisses me off now, I can just go, that doesn't work for me. Maybe a bit too loud, but I go, that doesn't work for me, like this. And you get the idea. Just do something different than what you normally do, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a shout or violence. And this is my other hot tip. Sometimes we get hurt by people all the time, and we don't know what to do. So my new philosophy is this. If someone hurts me, I just pretend that they pulled a really successful prank on me. So if it's somebody's like, oh, wow, you made it seem like you wanted a monogamous relationship until I slept with you, and now, lo and behold, you've never texted me again. You got me. What a prank. I fell for it again, and I saw it coming, but I did it again. I fell for it. What a prank. You guys see, isn't that fun? Isn't that more fun than being mad at someone who betrays you, calling it a prank? Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. This is the best I can do. Okay. All right. Listen, the next comedian I'm going to bring up, she certainly is the funniest woman on the planet. We share a child together in a very obscure way. She's hilarious. She might describe herself as a bag of potatoes wrapped inside a sausage casing, but I call her the most beautiful woman in the world. Please welcome Steph Tolev!
Keep it going for Inessa, Jesus Christ. Inessa and I recently just realized, we're like, do you think you have a double chin? I'm like, I don't when I look in the mirror, but in every photo and video I have one. I'm like, is that with you too? We're just severely in denial about having double chins. I'm like, every photo is there, but when I look at myself, it's certainly not there. Inessa does have a staring problem. We hike a lot, and we're like perverts. We'll walk up the hill and just like look back and be like just disgusting pigs. It's fun to be a female pervert. I'll turn my head, I'll yell. Be like, show me that tip. Just the tip. I don't like anything else. Just the tip of the penis, the rest grosses me out. That's it. I need to see just a little wink of just a pee hole, and that's what gets me going. That's all I need. An open piss hole. Did that get you guys going? Okay, here we go. That's what they wanted, was the piss hole jokes, guys. I'm gonna pry everyone's open, starting with you, buddy. Whoop, just a dippity-doo in. Oh, kill me. How are you guys? This is cute. Oh, this is nice. I think I'm drunk. Anyways, I also live in LA with Inessa. Very warm woman out there, very hot. I do like to tell every guy in LA that this is what every woman in Canada sounds like. Like we've just been foraging through the woods our whole lives. I've survived off of only rainwater and bark. It's very hard to live. Baptized in red and black plaid. Learned to portage when I was 6 years old. That's how I got these legs. Portaging for years. Okay. Only way I cool off out there is if I head down to the ocean and I just dip my lips in the water. Just a light kiss of the sea, if you will. Light smooch of the ocean. Get a bit of salt in there, ladies. Feels good, huh? Cleans you out. It's just weird I have to ask two strangers from the beach to come hold my arms and legs up as they do. I don't know why they agree. I certainly don't. They are strange men. Oh, shit. I found out recently, though, every time, do you guys pee in like a lake or the ocean? I piss constantly in lakes. I found out every time you pee, some goes back in. I'm a walking aquarium at this point. I have sea living inside of my body. There's no way I don't. There's 3 salmon swimming around there right now that I've not taken care of very well. I certainly have not. They might be dead. Anyways, I don't know what's happening. I'm staying at home with my fucking psychotic family when I'm here. It's a lot. It's not good. Can't masturbate when I'm home. Don't know if you guys still do that. Can't do it because my dad doesn't shut the fuck up. Just walks around the house all day talking. He's like, left, right, left, right. I'm like, shut up. Shut up for 2 fucking seconds. So Pete goes down for a bit of a nap. I'm like, okay, fine, time to go to town. And that's exactly what I look like when I'm masturbating. Like I'm washing clothes down by the river. I'm like, here we go. Put them on the rocks to dry. Flopping around down there. It takes me a long time to find a porn that doesn't have a dick that has like 602 veins on it. I want a dick that wasn't just at the gym. Can I get my eyes on a veinless cock? I'd love to. I really would. Just one even. So I'm flopping around down there. I hear a knock on the door. I'm like, what? My dad's like, don't worry, I'm not coming in. I'm like, well, you know I'm doing something gross in here. Why are you knocking on the goddamn door? He's like, got a question. What is this very important 3 p.m. question, Pete? He's like, I just want to know if you know who Joe Rogan is. Dad, I know Joe Rogan. He goes, all right, leaves. 0 follow-up to the question, never mentions it again. The worst person to mention while you're trying to, I can't even picture masturbating now. I think my dad's stupid yapping head and Joe Rogan's soaking wet face. Why has Joe Rogan been soaking wet for 16 years? Can anybody answer that question right now? The man's never heard of a towel. He just gets out of a tub and leaves his house. I don't know why everybody is obsessed with Joe Rogan. He looks like 78 golden raisins fused together with a glue gun. I hate this man. He's a walking puddle. Why are we obsessed with him? Thank you. I'm calling that an applause break. Thank you very much. Everybody in LA loves him. I can't tell the show. I get like booed. It's insane. I get scared about getting something down there. I have no health care in the States, so I look at my bits a lot. Do you guys look at your shit? No one's looked at their genitals once. Very odd. Thank you. One man. Everybody else is like, nah, I can't look. If there was a lineup of dicks right now, sir, yours is in there, you'd be like, I don't know which one's mine. I've never once looked at it. I couldn't tell you. That's weird. That's creepy shit. I look at my vagina so much, you can give me a bunch of wet clay right now and I can just close my eyes and mold it perfectly. You need a lot of clay. Huge vagina. And I normally have a pocket mirror that I look at it with. Not like in public, but when I'm home alone in good lighting. In the dark. Who am I kidding? I do light a candle. I keep it romantic. I'm not a pervert. But I've lost it, so I've been using my iPad. Yeah. I don't know, ladies, if you've ever done the old HD zoom on the puss before. Spooky stuff down there, huh? Like, is that a coral reef? What's happening right now? That's why the boys call me Ursula. I don't know what I'm saying. My shoe's undone. How fun is that? Cute zip. I'm out of my mind. I was in Vegas recently. You guys been there? Hideous people in that city. Jesus Christ. Ugliest people I've ever seen I've never felt better about myself. Inessa was there. It was like I was on Molly, MDMA for 2 days and still pissed off. You know how hard it is to be high on that and you're like, fuck you, fuck you. I got so fucked up in Vegas. I got a tattoo, I'm gonna show you, for $10. Am I from Texas? Absolutely not. Do I have a longhorn tattooed on my body? Yes, I do. Was it at a place called Coolsville Tattoo with a K? 100% yes. No recollection of it. One friend's like, could you get a disease from that? I'm like, I probably do. I don't remember him unwrapping the needle. He did say Stacy on the back of his head. That's all I remember. So he seems like a nice man. Okay. Kill me right now. Inessa and I hike a lot. That's all. Everyone hikes in LA. They act like you lose weight. You walk up a hill, look at the tops of things, walk down. It's a big fucking deal. Who cares? Hiking a few weeks ago, doesn't matter. Get to the top, get to the bottom. It's like right in the middle of the city, so there's a main street. Get to the bottom. There's a loose dog running amok. I'm like, I'm going to save this dog. I'm going to be a hero. Middle of the street, chasing the animal. Cars are honking, traffic stop. Bit of an ordeal. People are very upset with me. Large woman screaming at a dog in the middle of the street. Cop goes by, rolls his window down, goes, hey, idiot. I'm like, me? He's like, yeah. Stop chasing that coyote. Chased the coyote for 15 minutes. Had no fucking clue. You ever seen one? Very sick looking dog, if you're wondering. Very ill animal. Very bald. Several open sores on its very small back. Tuft of hair right here. Nowhere else. Spooked me. Had it stuffed. I'm not gonna make that mistake again, I'll tell you that. I kiss it every day before I leave the house. My lucky coyote kiss. I am also single. I don't know why this is part of the set right now. No, we complain constantly because the men in LA are trash. But they make us feel like, I feel like I'm a troll. Like I feel like I crawl out of a well every day. It's very hard to get up that moss. Very hard to climb. So we're on fucking bullshit dating sites all the time. So I'm on Tinder, who cares, doesn't matter. But for some reason, only very small men match with me in LA. Very tiny boys like me. I just want to be the small spoon once, you know? Get so cold back there every night. A bear hugging a man to sleep. We just hear a sound in the house. I'm like, don't worry. I'll take care of it. Give him the old knuckle sandwich. Last guy I was talking to, very small man. He could be living comfortably inside me right now. I'm not quite sure. There's room for friends. They could have a sleepover. He also wears glasses. I get it. He reads. Here's the problem. He's down there with his mouth. Glasses still on. We take them off, right, boys? That's psychotic. That's psychotic. I look down, I'm like, hey. They're fogging up. Take off the glasses, put them on the nightstand. He's like, sorry, I can't. Huge vagina. Sorry, I can't see. You can't see what you can't. What the heck are you looking for down there, huh? There's 3 or 4 holes. Pick one, put them on the nightstand. You want to know what it looks like? Let me paint you a little picture, huh? Think of a really nice charcuterie board. Heavy on the meat side. That was too far for the rec room. That's fine. Nobody else in here thinks that the vagina looks like a bunch of prosciutto thrown into the corner. That's fine. No. No one's ever been to Arby's. I have 2 beef and cheddars for $5 in my pants right now. Heavy on the horsey sauce. You didn't want that part, but you got it. I will show you all on the way out. You don't even have to look. You can just close your eyes and run your fingers over it like you're walking through a haunted house. Like, oh my God. Feels like a bunch of grapes and Jell-O. I'm very sick. That was the line, okay. Because it got real, because I'm locking the doors. Everyone's going to feel it. You want to play VR? This is a new VR. I don't know what that means. I go out for brunch the next morning with old Specs Magoo. I glance over. He's wearing transition lenses. Thank you, the one person. I almost called the police. Did I just fuck a hacker last night? What the hell is going on? He tapped into my mainframe and filled up my RAM. I had to Google those. Do one more gross joke because I feel like you want it. I did a really fucked up show for Brazzers. Don't act like you don't know what Brazzers is, sir. You're pinching your tip right now. Getting it ready for when I get home. You gotta get it. Sorry. Oh, that would be weird if guys had to like get the free. Gotta get it ready. I'm getting home soon. Anyway, it's insane. So I did the show for Brazzers, 4 comics, 4 porn stars, sea of porn stars. Nobody else in the crowd. Very strange crowd. Somehow I revolt the whole crowd. After every porn star talks about pissing and shitting everywhere, and I get up there like, no. So this is the joke I did that revolted them. I said, can't do porn. Got a very bad vagina for porn. A lot going on down there. It's like one of those kids' pop-up books where you open it up and everything comes flying out at you. And then you close it, but you can't get it back in the same way it was. And then the next time you open it, it's garbage. My vagina's garbage after one use. Said my favorite porn is DP, double pen. It's just Sean Penn looking in a mirror. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.
Sean Penn porn. Steph Tolev, everybody. Man, when she said her vagina was the new VR, I just can't believe she didn't get into vagina reality there. It's the same initials. Do you guys watch a lot of movies? Yeah, that's good. Have you seen like Lord of the Rings? You know Gollum? And you know like Planet of the Apes? You know how like there's the Andy Serkis plays a lot of the characters, like the CGI characters. Something weird is going on with Andy Serkis. I don't know if you noticed, but he just doesn't seem real to me. Can you play that video?
Most of you know Andy Serkis as the man who brought Gollum to life in Lord of the Rings.
Nobody likes you.
He later dazzled us as the ape known as Caesar in Planet of the Apes. And of course, the giant gorilla known as King Kong. Here's what you didn't know. I'm Bev Rips, and I've been playing Andy Serkis for over 19 years. It all started at an audition, and the director told me he liked my acting, he just didn't like my look. That's when I pitched him a full CGI character I called Andy Serkis.
You build the role, you create the mind of the character. Every single choice you make as an actor is there, but it is ridiculous to look at.
We did all sorts of stuff, me and Andy. We did the talk shows.
People, even to this day, don't necessarily understand that that's you all the time doing that performance. Read these tweets by Donald Trump. Would that be?
Okay, so what you do is you do this. You go, I mean, as you saw up there, you go like this. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We did movies.
I hate you. I hate you. Where would you be without me? Ellen, I saved us.
It is my hope that out of this solemn occasion, a better world will emerge out of the blood and carnage of the past. A world founded upon faith.
Hey, I even won some awards.
I think I'm going to have a fucking cardiac arrest. I had no idea. I honestly am going to die right this second.
We had a good run. And if I could, I would do it all over again. But all things must come to an end. And I believe it's time for Bev Rips to step into the spotlight. And so, I've decided to retire my Andy Serkis character once and for all. And I'll be taking on one of the biggest challenges of my entire career. In my next film, I'll be playing a can of soup. I wanted to get inside a can of soup. I wanted to know what it was like to be a can of soup. I did everything I could to feel like I was that can. But to truly be a can of soup, I realized I needed to fill myself with soup. And that's why I found drinking a lot of soup was really what helped most with this role. A lot of people didn't understand my process. A lot of people were having a hard time dealing with the fact that I was in character all the time on set.
Bev, time to go to set. Bev? Fuck, not this again. Bev, go to set. You're not really a soup. You're a fucking idiot.
In the end, I was super pleased with how it turned out. With the technology today, you can't even tell the difference between me and a real can of soup. It's seamless. I feel like I'm starting my career from scratch. But it's time for the world to know the name Bev Rips. I'm Bev Rips, and I've been being Andy Serkis.
Oh! Hello, everyone. At the DG special, my name is Chris. And I just wanted to send a message of holiday love and joy
to my dear, dear friend, Dan. Dan, I'm so proud of all the work you've done and all the work you're constantly doing for all of us ding-dong goofballs.
Hey, Dan. Hi, Dan. It's me, Sarah.
Yo, Dan, this is Definition of Knowledge. Brennan Hannon coming at you.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Dan Gallia. Congratulations, my friend. You've done it.
Just left to a mediocre dad joke from you that I laughed way too hard at. Anyways, here's my video message. There's your building. Congratulations on 10 years of the DG special.
Huge congrats on the show. Can you believe it's over? Well, we're on to bigger and better things. It isn't front page news that you're a wonderful host, great guy, and the sky's the limit, babe.
Yeah, what's up from a Samsung One?
We're very happy we're sad to see the end of DG special, but happy that it was there.
Yep.
The Rec Room, great venue.
Hopefully moving on to, bigger, better things.
Maybe do your next show at a bowling alley at an arcade or
Think about it.
From our family to yours, Merry Christmas. What? Oh, goodbye, DG Special. I'm sorry the show is ending, Dan. Thank you for all the nice times we had together on it.
People always ask, hey, what makes the DG special so special anyway? And I say, first off, relax. Second, it's the special DG himself that makes the DG special special. Otherwise, it would just be the DG. But I'd like to say congrats on so many special DG specials, DG. And like I say this time of year, TG for DG. Dan Gallia for Dan Gallia.
I don't know what you're gonna do, but it's gonna be great, I know it. I wish you all the best. I know that... Oh, God.
I just wanted to say thank you so much for the DG special. It was so much fun to be on the show. I'm so sad to see it go, but you're awesome, and I'm very excited to see what comes up next. I know that you're preparing to go to Mars, so good luck, and I hope it works out.
Hey Dan, what's up? It's Tao saying hi from my satellite repair job. Kind of boring, but it pays the bills. Just want to let you know I'm really proud of you for all you've done with the DG special. It was great. You're great. Whatever you do next is going to be great. Love you, bud. See you back on Earth.
You've done it. A hugely successful run at the Rec Room. You went from the internet to the Rec Room, and now you're moving on to have your own regular monthly show at the Scotiabank Arena. I don't know how you do it. When I performed there, it was just 40 of your family members in the audience, and that was incredible. So having an entire arena full of your family members is going to be completely unbelievable, and I'm so proud of what you've done. So all the best.
This year, I raise the Christmas crystal and kiss in the name of Kalal. Sharam Kalal. Sharam. Remember, everybody at the Rec Room, this Christmas season, tip your waiters. An old man Weatherspoon who runs the Rec Room will find you. And all the ghosts and Draculas that live in the rafters. Until next year.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Give it up for my friends being nice to me. I didn't know that was in there. It's very nice to see. I'm very emotional as a person, so I'm just going to keep the show going. This person's been on Just for Laughs. She opened for Hassan Minaj, the host of The Patriot Act on Netflix. Check it out. And now you get to see her right here for you, Hodo Hersey, everybody.
Guys, keep it going for everyone that you've seen on the
the show so far. Keep it going. And one more time for the show. It's ending. One more time for the show, guys. Little less enthusiasm there, whatever. I won't hold it against you. So I'm just gonna get right into it. Do you guys ever have those days where you look in the mirror and you go, I could have tried. I could have done better, you know? I had one of those days a while back, and I was looking in this mirror. It was right before a show, and this man, a total stranger, walks by and is like, you know what? You would look a lot prettier if you didn't wear glasses, wore makeup, and high heels, and then walks away. And I'm like, what? This is sexism. But I didn't say anything to him, and I feel like I should have, because in that moment, I let Oprah down. You know what I mean? Like, she's not happy with me. And later on that night, I saw the same man kissing another man, and everything changed. I was like, what? So is he a gay sexist or the fairy godmother I never knew I needed? Because listen, what I'm selling, he's not buying. So his advice was coming from a pure place. Untouched, really, okay? I feel like he just saw me and was like, girl, you have so much potential you don't even realize. And then just like walked away, you know? It was a drive-by queer eye, if you will. Great. So now that you like me, let me say this. White women are the worst type of minority. Hear me out, okay? You see how there's like a white gay mafia? Google it, it's a whole thing. There's a white female Illuminati, okay? These Beckys are out here plotting and nobody's talking about it. I can feel some of you recoiling, let me explain, okay? 52% of white women in the United States voted for Donald Trump. And when I found that shit out, I was like, what? I wanted to barge into like every yoga class and be like, what were you bitches thinking? I thought we were sisters. For those, some of you look lost, so let me explain what a Becky is, okay? You're laughing, but you're like, I just want to seem cool. I'll just keep laughing. So Becky is a term for like an out-of-touch white woman. And for years, people of color have been making fun of white women behind their backs. Well, not behind your back. It's been on social media, but you guys don't pay attention because white priv, you know? And I don't know, like a lot of times what'll happen to me is I'll have white women in a very condescending way try to explain oppression to me. And I'm like, do you know what I look like? I'm black, Muslim, and a woman. I'm the trifecta. I'm a triple threat, okay? I got a PhD in prejudice. I know my stuff, okay? I don't know, it's like, don't Becky-splain me, bitch, all right? I don't know. This is what I want to say. Okay, I wrote it down in a nicer way, because if I just say it, then it may not, okay, this is a great thing, okay. What I like about this joke, by the way, is that men don't, it's new, but what I like about this joke is that men don't usually laugh because they're sitting next to white women they want to fuck. You know what I mean? So it's like, God bless. Men are always committed to the wrong thing. I don't know. I just feel like, all I'm saying is white women, there are some white women that are amazing allies to people of color. They use their privilege with purpose, and it's amazing. But the rest of you, you suck, and you gotta step it up. You gotta step it up. Here's one way. I feel like if you wanna get a white woman to do anything, put it in her horoscope. You know what I mean? That's the easiest way to get it done. It's the new frontier in civil rights, okay? No disrespect to Gandhi or Martin and Malcolm. This is what we gotta do, okay? I know it seems like I'm shitting on white women, but let me say this. There's a fearlessness that I see in white women that I think is amazing, okay? Let me give you an example. I'm in a car with my friend, all right? We get pulled over. My friend is driving. She's a white woman. Cop comes over, asks her the same question twice. My friend gets annoyed and goes, well, yeah. And I look at her and I'm like, Did she just give a cop attitude? He let her off with a warning and said, okay, have a good night and make sure you stay safe. And I'm like, what? Well, well, yeah, she just well-ya'd a cop. That's crazy. So what I'm saying is, I don't know, I just feel like just use your powers for good. You know what I mean? Like clearly there's something amazing there. I'm just saying harness it for the greater good. I feel like, and also, after that incident, I was just in the car and I was like, oh shit, nothing happened. And all I could think was, forget about 4-leaf clovers. Have a white woman around. That's like the best kind of luck. You know, they're easy to catch and they're always looking for a black friend. It's the best. Mwah, it's the best. That's great. I don't know. I know I come off as a little bit angry, like an angry black woman, and I'm not, and here's why. There's nothing more rewarding than seeing the aging process of a Becky. You know, when a Becky becomes a Brenda, you know? Right? It's just, and it weighs on your face. Sometimes it's very exhausting being a white woman. It's just all the years of just like the silent treatment and passive aggression and giving out recipes nobody wants. It just like weighs on you. You know what I mean? I love it. You guys are like, we want to laugh, but we're going to have to deal with the silent treatment later. So we're not going to laugh at this joke. Sorry, bitch. I don't know. Let me leave you with this as a gift. Becky is like nigga for white women. So just take it and make it your own, you know? Be like, what up, my Becky? Becky, please. It's yours now. We've released it into the wild. Take it, you know? I think it's time for me to get off, right, Dan? Where's Dan at? Am I supposed to get off? What? Is my time up? Oh, okay, let's keep going. All right, here are my New Year's resolutions. Don't worry, this is not race related, you'll like this. I need to become a better person. I had a wake-up call recently, and I know a lot of you, for a lot of people, they get a wake-up call with, you know, like a crazy car accident, something traumatic will happen, a car accident, cancer. For me, it was finding out that I have a 4.2 rating on the Uber app. I was like, I didn't know I was a cunt. Turns out I'm a cunt. I didn't know. Here's the thing. Some of you look lost. Let me explain, okay? So on Uber, everyone gives everyone 5 stars, okay? So the fact that I have a 4.2 is pretty sad, okay? And I remember getting into an Uber, and the driver, his name was Mohammed, and I think he just looked at me and was like, I need to help you out. And he was just like, listen, are you a drunk? And I was like, no. He's like, well, only drunks have a 4.2 rating. And I was like, but I don't even drink. And I'm like, well, I do ask the driver, this is what I always do, is if the driver's on the other side of the street, I ask them to make a U-turn, which is illegal, so I'm asking them to do a crime, commit a crime for my convenience. And so that's why I'm a cunt. Now I'm at a 4.4, so please keep me in your thoughts and prayers. It's going okay, I think. Another one of my New Year's resolutions is I need to stop using the bathroom for disabled people. I don't know about you guys, okay? I know it seems shady, but let me explain myself, okay? I love it's all the space, the luxury, you know what I mean? Like, I get to hang up my bag and then do a little twirl, right? And then I get to sit on the toilet. There's so much space. You guys are like, we're not on board with this, okay? Sorry. Can you go back to trashing white women, please? We enjoyed that so much more. Put your hand up if you've ever used, as an able-bodied person, the bathroom for disabled people. You guys are all cunts. Why aren't you laughing at the joke? This is for you, too. I don't know. I just have to reevaluate. I can't keep doing that, you know. We have to stop. Also, there's nothing meaner than when someone that's not in a wheelchair uses their bathroom, takes a big dump, and then just leaves it there. And it's like, hey, deal with that, okay? I'm going to leave you guys on this last one. Something that's happening in cities all across the world is gentrification. And gentrification is simple. It's when a neighborhood goes from hood to neighborhood. Like the melanin count just takes a nosedive. You know what I mean? it goes from streetwalkers to dog walkers, you know, crack to cocaine, mwah, the upgrade. I don't know, gentrification is bad, but to me it's like fun, hipster colonialism. You know what I mean? Like, it's oppression, but we're having a good time, you know? Like I get to have coconut vegan ice cream while a Filipino family is getting evicted, and it's like, ooh, that sucks, but new yoga studio. So it's like it benefits me. I'm very torn, you know? What I'm trying to say is I'm not as woke as I look. Okay, that's really... For those of you that don't know what the term woke means, woke is someone who's aware, socially aware. They're awake to the issues. So I'm not woke, but I'm just like a little groggy. You know what I mean? Like I have that morning crust in my eye, and I'm like, that's a bad thing, but I love turning on the air conditioning and then putting on a sweater. Like, mwah, truly garbage. All right, you guys have been amazing. Thank you.
All right, give it up, everybody! Yay! Great. Okay, so we only have a couple acts left. We're gonna need you to give your energy. Okay, so I'm gonna ask for you guys. Okay, on the count of 3, I want you to shout out the most annoying person in your family. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I heard Becky. Yes. Fantastic. I'm Russian, so I don't know if I count as a Becky. Maybe I'm more of an Olga, or maybe I'm more like my Uncle Boris. He's an alcoholic and has gout. All right. Okay, only a couple more acts, so keep the energy going. Our next act is very funny. She writes for a Canadian staple in television. This hour has 22 minutes. She's the best. Give it up for Noor Hadidi!
Thank you. I like how Hodo gets like the hip hop song and I get the whitest song of all time. It's like I'm the whitest Muslim. Guys, so many Muslims on the show, huh? Hodo, then me, so many Muslims. Welcome to your conversion. It's happening. Oh my God, what's your name? You wooed. What's your name, sir? Who wooed? Yeah, who? Okay, what's your name? Mark, nice to meet you. Mark, I'm going to call you Mohammed. How's that? All right, love it. 1 down, 20 to go. It's true, I write for 22 minutes. We shoot in Halifax. Has anyone here been to Halifax before? Okay, for those of you who haven't been, just imagine what would happen if Ottawa got knocked up by a bunch of seagulls and then gave birth to a new city. That's all it is. They don't even have Uber in Halifax. I grew up in the Middle East. I took an Uber home this summer. Yeah, Halifax is the third world, let me tell you. So we're a few days away from the new year. I want to tell you about my 2018. I turned 30 this year. Thank you. It was the day of the Brett Kavanaugh hearings. Yep, I watched 8 hours of that, and then I immediately turned 31. That was my day. I hate America. I hate it so much. I feel like, yeah, one person. Anyone here from America? Good, no refugees, huh? Just us Canadians. Well, technically, I'm not Canadian, but, you know, I'll lump myself in with you guys. Right, Mohammed? See, I almost lost it there, but no, I have faith in you. I hate America. I feel like this is the problem with America, is that in the last 50 years, they've updated the iPhone 10 times and the Constitution 0 times. Okay? Yeah. Instead of the next iOS, let's ban guns, you know? Maybe Republicans can stop shooting themselves in the foot every 10 seconds. So I didn't travel to America this year. I went once, but I did travel some other places. I went on vacation with my dad. So I want to tell you, my parents are divorced. They got divorced when I was in the 6th grade. Does anyone here's parents divorced? By round of applause? Okay. And whose parents are still together? Okay. All right. Are you guys happier than us? No, we're all miserable. Okay, my parents, so 6th grade, I got custody of my dad. My sister, she got my mom. We spent weekdays at our mom's and then weekends at our dad's. We didn't have a day off. It was real child labor, let me tell you. I had 2 beds, but no one helped me with my homework. That was my childhood. Yeah, the best part of my childhood was when it was over, really, to be honest with you. No, it's real. Don't worry about it. I could have had it worse, you know. My parents aren't Mormon, God forbid. Good old-fashioned Muslim, you know. So this year I went on vacation with my dad. He wanted to go for 8 days, and I was like, no. We went for 5. We went to one of those all-inclusive resorts. You know, the kinds that give you diarrhea? Oh my God, 5-star diarrhea, 5-star. Hit up all the washrooms in the resort. The worst part, though, is when we checked in, they thought we were a couple. Yeah, I was like, no, he's my dad, you know? He's 65, and he can do way better, you know? He really can. He is a doctor. He would wake me up at 8:30 every morning and be like, you're missing out on the sun. I was like, no, I miss not having a dad husband. That's what I miss. This is not a vacation at all. What else? I also went to Dubai this year. I learned a word there, the word expat. Do you know that word, expat? Yeah, it's anywhere else in the world, if you move, you're an immigrant. But when white people do it, they're expats. I don't get it. That's like saying, I'm not an immigrant, I'm an expat. Oh, I'm not single, I'm an ex-girlfriend. Like, the math doesn't add up. I crunched the numbers. You're an immigrant, Stacy. I hate to break it to you. Stacy. See, I said Stacy because Hodo went with Becky, and I feel like I'm going to let her have that name because they already confused me and her, I swear to God, okay? I've been doing stand-up in Toronto for, 3.5 years, and they confuse me and Hodo. We don't even look alike. We don't have the same name. She is black. She wears a hijab, and the only thing we have in common is that we're Muslim, okay? So you guys didn't like her Becky jokes? That's fine. She's going to tell them, okay? Because I'm going to stick with Stacy, and she's going to stick with Becky, and they're finally going to tell us apart. She's the only one laughing at this joke. Okay, cool. And you know, Quebec's really racist here when it comes to immigrants. They're cutting down on immigration, down to 40,000 a year. I'm sorry, I lived there for 8 years. They should just be happy anyone wants to move there. Yeah, 40,000 is 40,000 too many. I went to Vancouver for the first time. I couldn't believe it. I was like, there is no sunshine, but there is a lot of hope, okay? It was great. And I have a rule, if they want to cut down immigrants in Quebec, they can't use anything we've invented, like hummus and yoga and guacamole, you know, just everything that gives white girls a personality. That's us. Yeah. Mohammed likes it. Well, maybe he doesn't, but he technically does because he's on Team Islam. Am I right? Okay. Yeah, they're better off accepting immigrants than Americans fleeing the Trump administration, right? Because they're not going to tell the difference between St. John's and St. John. Do you guys know this? There's 2 cities in Canada. Their only difference is there's an apostrophe S. Yeah, this is how I remember it. St. John's is the one in Newfoundland, and St. John is the one you shouldn't go to. It's in New Brunswick. It's the shittiest province. It's the Alabama of Canada. All right. What else? Sinead O'Connor converted to Islam this year. Like Muslims haven't been through enough in 2018. I'm going to start my own Muslim ban where I ban crazy people from joining, okay? Because so far it's her and Lindsay Lohan. We got to get some people on this, okay? I miss the 90s when converts were like cool black guys like Dave Chappelle and Muhammad Ali. Remember the 90s? Those were amazing, okay? I'm going to ban her because today it's Sinead, tomorrow it's Gwyneth Paltrow, right? I can't have her join and sell us $1,000 hijabs that double as organic hair massagers. What? She's gonna make me fast for Ramadan all year round just to be skinny? No, I'm sorry. Not happening. All right, you know who I think about a lot? Jeb Bush. Love Jeb. How mad is he that George is the one that got to be president, okay? And I only say this because I'm the Jeb Bush of my family. They're all doctors, all of them. And it must be the same at the dinner table. Like they're talking about something and it's like, oh no, you had to be a doctor. Or oh, Jeb, you had to be president, you know? He's the governor of he was the governor of Florida, and that's the best he can do. That's not good enough for them, okay? Being governor of Florida is kind of like being a comedian because nobody cares and you'll never be president. That's what me and Jeb have. It's so ironic. George is the one that has a library named after him, but Jeb is the one that can read. Right? And they named him Jeb. Like they named George after his dad, and then Jeb isn't even his name, it's John Ellis. How do you go from John Ellis to Jeb? I mean, Mark, you had a better time going to Muhammad, all right? Let's be honest. Okay. All right, one last thing. Well, maybe a couple of things. First of all, I just want to say you guys are a great crowd, okay? Some people are not. One time I did a show and a guy came up to me after and he said, hey, you were great, just not as interactive as some of the other comics, yeah. So I punched him and that did the trick. And I realized this year, when you're 30, you just give up. Instead of going to the gym, I've started buying high-waisted pants. Ladies like that one. All right, I feel like that's all I came here to say. And if you want to convert, you can talk to me after the show. I have some pamphlets. I'm going to have a name for each and every one of you, okay? You, ma'am, Fatima, right there, okay? All right. Guys, I've been Hodo Hersey. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Give it up for Hodo Nar Hadidi.
Noor Hadidi, everyone.
So that's the end of the show. We're gonna get Will back up here to play one more song, but before we do that, I just wanted to thank you all for coming to the last DG special. It's been very special, and these are the people. Josh, can you come up here? These are the people that have been making the show happen for the months behind the scenes. We got Michelle Pushka back there in the tech. Let's give her a round of applause. Kyle, Brianna, Dan Tamizian, videos. Josh, announcer. Josh, DJ. 2 Joshes and 2 Dans make this show run. Thanks, Inessa, for co-hosting.
Yay, thanks for having me, Dan.
Give it up for Brian O'Gorman, Steph Tolev, Hodo Hersey, Noir Hadidi. Everybody in the videos.
Everybody, and let's keep it going for Dan Gallia, because if this show wouldn't exist without him. Like he said earlier, we started this show in his apartment like 3 years ago. It was all Dan's idea. He wanted to do a talk show, but he didn't want to leave his apartment. So I showed up with my camera and we live streamed it, and we did it every week for months. And we did 2 full seasons, and then because of that, we got this show here, and we've been doing it here for like over a year. And unfortunately, this is our last show, so thanks so much for coming out and being here. And yeah, in the live show, Josh was there. It was really just the 3 of us, and then we'd have like a whole bunch of different comedians. We had some of the best comedians in Canada, and it was really, really special, and we were really happy to bring it here.
We used to have, so the comedians, so you guys get to watch them on stage, we used to have them do all the amazing stuff that you'd see them do up here in the bathroom. They'd be in the shower, and our musical acts would freeze on the balcony. So we've really stepped it up here. There's like air conditioning and heat in the winter. So it's been a lot of fun getting to do it up here, and I think that we've got a little surprise for Dan.
So like it was another little tribute video. So this is like all the amazing guests. You can see what the show's been like over the past year. You're just getting a glimpse of our last show, but here's a taste of what we've been doing for the past year. Thanks so much for coming out, and we've got musical guests after this, so stick around.
Thanks, guys.
And action.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely.
Hey, slow down. Give me your disc, man.
So we finished the song, okay?
It was a great big world.
But we thought we were bigger, pushing each other to the limits. We were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. Always had that dream like my daddy before me. So I started writing songs, I started writing stories. Something about that glory just always seemed to bore me. Cause only those I really love will ever really know me. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. Before the morning sun when life was lonely. Once I was 20 years old. Only see my goals, I don't believe in failure. Cause I know the smallest voices, they can make it major. I got my boys with me, at least those in favor. And if we don't meet before I leave, I hope I'll see you later. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. I was writing about everything I saw before me. Once I was 20 years old. Soon we'll be 30 years old. Our songs have been sold. We've traveled around the world and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old. I'm still learning about life. My woman brought children for me, so I can sing them all my songs and I can tell them stories. Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory, and some I had to leave behind. My brother, I'm still sorry. Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. Remember life and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I wrote a letter once. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can bore me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can bore me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. Once I was 7 years old.
I'm crying, but it's because I just don't know how I'm going to pay my rent. Seriously though, thanks to everybody that was a part of the show. If you want to check out past episodes in my apartment, you can check it out at www.dangalia.ca. And I just want to thank the Rec Room because it's one of the only shows in the city that was paying comedians a decent wage to do stuff. So it's a little, I'm a little sad because there's not a lot of shows in the city that do that. This was one of them, and it meant a lot to me. So thanks a lot. Thanks for coming. Will Willem, everybody.
It's a lot of pressure to be playing like the last song of a 10-year run. But thank you. I'm just gonna play one of my favorite songs instead of, something you wish you've written rather than something you've written, because something you've written wouldn't be good enough. This is one of my favorite songs. It's called Glenn Tipton.
like Kay Downing, more than Glenn Tipton. Some like Jim Nabors, some Bobby Vin. I like them all. I put my feet up on the coffee table. I stay up late watching cable. I like old movies with Clark Gable, just like my dad does. Just like my dad did when he was home. Staying up late, staying up alone. Just like my dad did when he was thinking, oh, how fast the years pass. I knew an old woman ran a donut shop. She worked late serving cops. But then one morning, baby, her heart stopped. Place ain't the same no more. Place ain't the same no more. Not without my friend Eleanor. Place ain't the same no more. Man, how fast the years pass. Victim when I was 19. Went through her bedroom in the pockets of her jeans and found her letters that said so many things that really hurt me bad. I never breathed her name again, but I like to dream about what could have been. Calls again, but I like to dream. Thanks so much.
Give it up for Will Whitwam. That's the end of the show, everybody. Please tip your waiters and the bar staff. Come back on New Year's. I'll be hosting with DJ Mensa. See you later.